I'm calling up to heaven now. You know what time it is. I'm gonna tell you straight up why I'm not no Christian or why I have nothing to do with Christianity. It means insane, insanity. You are against Christ. You are against yourself. You haven't found yourself. Am I telling the truth? And I'll cry to you before I lie to you. And I ain't finna do no crime, I ain't finna do no lying. Say no more. Go straight to the scriptures. I'm gonna tell you why the disciples never called themselves a Christian. I'm gonna show you in the scriptures why Paul didn't call himself a Christian. Well, Christians was first called Christians in the book of Acts. So here we go. I'm in the book of Acts chapter 26. Something you should know about Christian and Christianity. The Christian church started with the traditions from the slave owners. And it embeds no truth message, even though they come straight from the scriptures. But let's turn to the book of Acts, chapter 26, verse 28 through 29. It says, see right here, Paul was having a situation with the king named Agrippa. It says, then Agrippa said unto Paul, almost thou persuadest me to be a Christian. And Paul said, I would to the Most High that not only die, but also all that heard me this day were both almost and altogether such as I am, except these bonds. He never said he was a Christian, y'all. And if somebody called me a Christian, I wouldn't even, that's childish. As long as I don't call myself no Christian, you dig what I'm saying? But I'm going to show you what Paul did say he was. Now we're in the book of Romans. We're in the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 1. He said, I say then, had the Most High cast away his people, the Most High forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Judah. See, he said, I am an Israelite. He had not forgotten where he come from. See, when these people called them Christians, it was a derogatory word. And it meant, as it was a word to be offensive, you know. Just as when they brought the slaves to Americas, they called us nigger. Say, you nigger? They call me nigger. I'm not going to say, hey, buddy, I am a nigger. I might say, all right. But you ain't going to hear me saying I'm a nigger. And I'm going to go to the scripture when it says that this will happen. We in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. It says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Most High shall lead thee. See, he said it would happen. He said, man, these people gonna call you names, but he don't want. Man, Paul didn't forget where he come from. He didn't pick up these names. People said, man, we Christians. I guess we Christians. I'm a Christian. This and that. We ain't no Christians, y'all. He said, man, I know where I come from. See, now I'm finna take you way back in time. I'm talking about before the slaves came to America. See, there were these people called Moors. They were in control of Europe. And then the people didn't like them. They used to wear red, white, and green. So the Catholics, the Christians, the Protestants, they came against them. So they defeated these people. And that's where we get Christmas from. The Christ massacres. They defeated these people in the month of December. And these people had dark skin, kind of like myself. But I look a little better, you dig what I'm saying? So after that, the European, they said, man, we could never let these people be more superior than us. And the scriptures talk about how he flipped the world upside down. So, the European man, he divided the races. He wanted to make them seem superior. So he said, man, he looked at people like me, called me black. He said, they black. Look up the word dictionary. Now, it means dark, dirty, stuff like that. But black is really an adjective. And the word black, it means pale and bleach. So, that's the history of the European. That's part of the history. But I'm going to tell you about the history before they took over Europe from the Moors. See, we are really Moors. But later on, I'm going to tell you about Christians. See, later on, the Moors got defeated because they turned their back on the Most High. Eventually, the Europeans, they want to take control of the world, and then they end up transporting the slaves to America. So they transported the slaves to America in a ship named Jesus. What you know about John Newton? John Newton was the person who owned the ship named Jesus. You don't believe me? Look it up. He wrote the song Amazing Grace. After they touched down in America, they got off that boat named Jesus. They touched that boat and they sung John Newton's song. They touched that boat. This the boat, y'all. They said, amazing grace, how sweet you are. They hit that note too. They said, Jesus, you saved a wretch like me. Touch that boat, man. The word J wasn't invented until the 1600s. Before his name was Jesus, they spelled it I-E-S-V-S. But his original name is Yahusha. And they say that Joshua and Jesus is the same name in Hebrew. This was what the Christians say. Watch out, y'all. They say his name was the same in Hebrew, but they don't even line up. What's his name in Spanish? Jesus. Hail Zeus. The meaning of the name Jesus is pig, and Yahshua mean his name is blotted out. Mean they blotted his name out. And he gave us his story. It says the man who ruled the world is the one who tells the story. What you think history means? It means his story. That's why, man, before the 1600s, these Europeans, they've been writing their own stories. And now, people celebrate Christmas. I hope you follow me, because this is for real. People celebrate Christmas when they massacred the Moors, the original people. You dig what I'm saying? Now think about it. In America, each holiday, we really supposed to celebrate the holy days. See, we got holiday from holy days. The scripture in Deuteronomy 23 in the book of Leviticus, it speaks about 7 holy days. You know, when things just don't line up, you gotta say, something ain't right about that. So they said Jesus and what name is the same in Hebrew? They don't line up. A Easter bunny and a chicken egg to market Easter? That don't make sense. That don't line up. I'm talking about unauthorized holidays. I'm pretty sure you heard about Aaron. Well, this is a dude named Musa. They called him Moses. As he come down from the mountain, he saw Aaron. They built a golden calf. People used to worship the golden calf. And after they built the golden calf, they said, let's authorize a feast. An unauthorized feast. What's this feast name? The feast was Christmas and Easter. Look it up. You don't believe me? You got your good book. It says he authorized a feast. Who told him to authorize this feast, y'all? But in America, every holiday that we serve, it was treacherous. It was dirty. It was demonic. Think about it. When the Europeans came and they took my people land, they said, we come in peace. Talking to the natives. And then the native turned, all right, yes, yes, yes. They said, yeah, peace, peace. I like peace. Then the native turned around, the dude touched his shoulder. He said, oh yeah, I want a piece of y'all land. So the native said, you two-tongued devil. This is what happened, y'all. So now when we celebrate Thanksgiving, it came from the Christians. They gave us Thanksgiving. They gave us Christmas. They tell us to celebrate Santa. You don't look it up. Look it up. You want to know? Google it. Say Moor. M-O-O-R. You're going to see the Moors wearing white, green, and red, just like Santa Claus. So, now we celebrate Christmas. We celebrate when they sin. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not kill. We celebrate when they killed the Messiah people. So now when they brought the slaves over to America, they hung them. It said, cursed is he who was hung. Our Savior who came to give up his life for us, he was hung. But he wasn't hung like they hung him back in the Roman days. But they was marking the gospel. You dig what I'm saying? Man, y'all better wake up. This is for real. What you think? Why they say Santa? It means Satan. But people, I really just prefer not to go by any titles. And then these words, you gotta have the knowing. See, information changes the situation. They'll say nice. These people was nice. But nice means nisios in Latin. Nisi. In negation. Sios. To know. Ignorant. It means you're ignorant and stupid. But somebody call you a Christian or a nigga, some people are like, I'm a Christian. You can sell your soul to be called a Christian. That's your business. But you nice. You ignorant. Somebody call you a nigga. Man, I remember back in the day, I had this mechanic. He was a fiend. Back in the day, you know, I was born calling people the N-word. He said, don't you ever call me a nigga. I might be on this hard, this cheese, but I'm not no nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why, man, I know the history. I'm not no Christian. You dig what I'm saying? Think about it this way. You know the story of Abraham. A lot of you might be a Christian. You might call yourself a Christian, Jehovah's Witness, a Catholic, a moron. Whatever it is, that's your business. But it was a story. A man named Abraham. After he found out that Sodom and Gomorrah was going to be destroyed, he said, I'm sure I know 50 Christians that is living according to your word. He went into town. He couldn't find nobody. He said, hold up. I know 40 people. Went in there. He couldn't find nobody. Hold up. I bid of thee. Let me go see if I get 30. He said, all right. He went in there. He couldn't find nobody. He said, hold up, master. Hold up. I know it's going to be 20 people, but now at least 10 to go. Went in there, come back. He didn't find nobody. Man, the people who you think going to make it across them pearly gates, think again. I'm talking about the gospel. It is written. You don't believe me? Look it up. But hey, the Europeans told us our history. The Father, he wanted us to remember our history. But what about their history? He said, do this in remembrance of me when I brought your people across from Egypt. Celebrate the Passover. But they gave us the so-called Black History Month, where really black means adjective. See, we got to come out of this separation and division. But let's talk about the European histories. A lot of them don't even know their own history. See, I know. Why you think a lot of their nose is squished in like this, like Squidward? And a lot of, you know what I'm saying, indigos, Moors nose, they flatter out. Because, you know, I know about the 4 ice ages, they Khazars, all this. I know why they smell like animals when they hurt get wet. I'm talking about the truth. The truth. They got my father killed because they offended some people. But hey, let's talk about separations and divisions. Turn to the book of Corinthians. Man, this is the gospel. The for real gospel. See, in the book of Corinthians, it talks about when people first start to call themselves, oh, I'm Baptist, I'm Catholic, I'm a Pentecostal, I'm a Lutheran, I'm a this, I'm black, I'm white. They divided the human race. We really human beings. All this stuff, I don't see none of this. I'm in the spirits. Those who worship him must worship him in spirits and in truths. Don't be deceived by vain deceits from the traditions of man. It speaks of this in the gospel. Well, I'm having fun, man. I'm like, boy, I need to... yeah, it speak about this in the gospel for real, y'all. Turn to the book of Colossians. Man, I'm for real. So, man, back to their history. What about the Moors history? I'm talking about my people history. See, when I was a little kid, I had my grandpa, he talk about, yeah, I was a good cotton picker. That junk used to make me mad in the mud. You dig what I'm saying? So, I got mad, you know. I was just mad. When I was a little child, I was in a class with all white folks. They talking about our history. I'm like, I don't believe this. This is not true. You can't hear his story. I'm not finna believe his story. What about y'all history? That's why. What about y'all history? You dig what I'm saying? But let's talk about the my colored people history. You know, man, they used to mess us up. They wrote this letter called the Willie Lynch letters. It says it will affect these dark-skinned people. Like this right here. It will affect them to the end of the world. So you might want to go and Google the Willie Lynch letter because it got some nice knowledge up in there. And then, man, we went through it, you know. What you know about the alligator bait? They used to feed the little dark babies to the alligators. Or the sex form. They make the mans rape each other to break them, to make them feel that they get the biggest man, you know. And make them rape each other. I'm talking about the sex form. And make their wives watch them. This is for real. I'm talking about history that they want us to remember. The Black History Month. But now let's talk about the European future. Talking about pain. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, Willie Lynch wrote some letters that's gonna affect us for the rest of our lives. But I'm not worried about this. See, when he flipped everything upside down, it made the Europeans seem superior when we were really the kings and queens of this land. See, you see the Statue of Liberty lady, first that was a dark-skinned lady. Man, y'all better go do your research, look it up. Man, people with my skin color, master mathematics, built them pyramids in Egypt. But they deleted all this stuff. When he said, man, I'm gonna divide the races. I'm gonna set us above and set them people below. But dig what I'm saying? We going to scripture. Like I said, listen, I know I know some of these people futures. I know some Europeans, they be like, well, what you want me to do? My forefathers was crude, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm going to tell y'all straight up. I am going to tell y'all straight up what it says in the book of Isaiah chapter 14. We in the book of Isaiah chapter 14 verse 21 through 22. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. This talking about the Europeans. I know y'all didn't think, oh no. I know y'all didn't think that y'all wasn't going to get the wrath of the Most High behind this situation. It said, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possesses the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, said the Most High of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant, and son and nephew, said the Most High. That's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21 through 22. So that's what it is, y'all. I really love everybody. Look on the bright side, man. I like to marry a European lady and mess her kidneys up. I'm talking about mess her, had to call the ambulance, make her daddy mad. Y'all had to throw in a little jokey joke up in there, yeah. Hallelujah. Praise you, Father, for, man, a lot of people say pray for our enemies, but what you know? In the book of John, chapter 17, verse 9, I'm just going to read it. It might be good to pray for enemies, but don't pray for everybody. Man, before he destroy these Europeans, I pray for them. I know I'm going to be in heaven by that time. But hey, it is written. That's if you are a Christian or whatever you call yourself. Oh, I'm proud to be all American. I don't trust no Americans. I don't trust no Christians. They fake, they love fake, they, you know what I'm saying? We in the book of John chapter 17, verse 9. We in the scriptures now. In the book of John chapter 17, verse 9. It says, I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are mine. He didn't pray for the world. He prayed for those who the Most High gave him. See, when he gave his life up on us, for us, when he got hung on that tree and bled, he said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. He wasn't talking about his enemies. He was talking about his people. For they did not know that he was the Messiah. But the Christians tell us that he was praying for his enemies. He wasn't praying for his enemies. See? That's what the slave fathers told my ancestors. He wasn't praying for his enemies. He was praying for his people. But let's get back to the division, because I said, man, how they divided the different denominations and all that stuff. Really, it's no white is black, black is white. All this stuff was of the devil. The devil got into the European man. He got into the dark man. He got into everything. Tupac said in this white man's world, woo, do 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 do, in this white man's world. But hey, it says that in the book of 28, Deuteronomy 28, it says, man, it basically says, since y'all forgot about me, the laws don't shoot you when they pull you over, huh? When you're reaching for your seat, oh, I thought he had a gun. Because these people, they wasn't abiding to the commandments of the Most High. Look it up, Deuteronomy 28. But hey, now these people talking about they love the Most High. They would have been just like their ancestors. Oh man, that's the law. That's the law. Them niggers, this and that. That's the law. They gotta get beat. That's the law. But what y'all gonna do? Who gonna stand up? Why y'all think it was, man, he rose up, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. It was no JFK. it was no European truth speakers. What you gotta say about that? That's the truth. I'm talking about the truth. Truth shall set you free. Whatever you don't know, my father got hung on the tree. But ask somebody, say it ain't so. We're in the book of Corinthians. It says, now this I say, that every one of you said, I am of Paul, and I of Apollos, and I of Cephas, and I of Christ. Is the Messiah divided? Was Paul crucified for you? Or were you baptized in the name of Paul? He got mad, man, because these people start to do different denominations, different skin color.